In a major political development in Mizoram, leader of opposition in the State Assembly and Zoram Peoples Movement leader Lalduhoma has been disqualified from the state legislature by Speaker Lalrinliana Sailo. Lalduhoma, who contested the last assembly polls in the state as an independent candidate from Serchhip, has been disqualified by the Speaker under the anti-defection law for allegedly defecting to the Zoram Peoples Movement. Well, a total of 12 ruling Mizo National Front legislators had submitted a petition to Assembly Speaker Lalrinliana Sailo in September, urging the letter to disqualify Lalduhoma. Well, the MLAs complained that despite winning the 2018 Assembly polls as an independent, Lalduhoma has been acting as the top leader of the Zoram Peoples Movement or ZPM, a registered political party, while leading a group of independents in the State Assembly under the party banner. Well, a leader of the 7-member ZPM legislature party, Lalduhoma, was disqualified after being served show cause notice on September 24th, which was followed by a hearing on November 3rd. Lalduhoma was the chief ministerial candidate of the ZPM when assembly election was fought in 2018 and also continued to act as the leader involved in all the party activities, even though he and other ZPM legislators were elected as independents even after the ZPM was registered by the Election Commission as a political party, the petition alleged. And meanwhile, the Speaker, delivering his order, said that Lalduhoma himself admitted that he had been involved in the activities of the ZPM. The ZPM leader also admitted that though he contested and was elected as an independent candidate, as also were 6 other legislators, the 7 legislators pledged their allegiance to the party if elected, the Speaker said.
In exercise of the powers conferred upon me under paragraph 6 of the 10th schedule to the Constitution of India and the members of Mizoram Legislative Assembly, disqualification on ground of defection rules 1987 framed thereunder, I, Lalrinliana Sailo, Speaker, Mizoram Legislative Assembly, hereby declare that Lalduhoma, the respondent, has incurred disqualification for being a member of the Mizoram Legislative Assembly in terms of paragraph 2, subclause 2 of the 10th schedule on the basis of the above decision. Accordingly, Lalduhoma, the respondent, ceased to be a member of the Mizoram Legislative Assembly with immediate effect, and his seat therefore falls vacant in terms of Article 190, subclause 3 of the Constitution of India.
And speaking exclusively to Northeast Live, Editor-in-Chief Wasbir Hussain, disqualified opposition leader Lalduhoma clarified that he has always been a part of ZPM and his disqualification under the anti-defection law was thus unfortunate. Lalduhoma pledged to seek justice in the quote-unquote People's Court.
I am now joined by Mr. Lalduhoma, leader of the ZPM, an important political party in Mizoram. Mr. Lalduhoma, welcome to Northeast Live. You have been disqualified by the Speaker of the Mizoram Legislative Assembly today. What is the main reason for this?
The main reason is the political vendetta against me and my party. You see, the 52nd Constitution Amendment was passed on 31st January 1985. The bill was introduced by the then Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, which became 10th scheduled to the Constitution of India. It is popularly known as Anti-Defection Act. Here, the Act says a person who has been elected either from the party or independent, if they join another party who does not vote for them, should be disqualified. Any legislator who has been elected on the basis of a candidature set up by a political party who defected and joined another party has to be disqualified. Similarly, an independent candidate is also an independent candidate not sponsored by anybody. If he is elected and join another party who does not vote for him, then he is also liable for disqualification. The act is very clear, but my case is quite different from that. My case is before the general election, which was held on November 2018, two recognized political parties and four other unrecognized political parties marched together under the banner of Zoram Peoples Movement, ZPM, to form a new party. The process of forming a new party takes for some time. And well before the election was held, we have decided to form into a single party and to seek and apply for the registration of the party. Before the election was held, application for registration of the party has been submitted to the Election Commission of India. And the officers whom they contacted said that due to election process, they'll be very busy and they will not be able to process. The formalities were not, fulfilled at that time. There were many formalities to be observed. So he told them to take it back and do the needful and submit again. So they came back, and then election was there. We were all very busy. All of us were very busy. Mm-hmm. And after the election, the application was submitted, and it was finally finalized, and registration was given to us. So the reason why I and another 37 candidates of the NP contested as independent is technical thing. Just only because the process of registration was not completed by that time.
Lalduhoma, you call it political vendetta because you were disqualified, you were saying, on technical grounds. Now my question is, what are you planning to do next?
Not on technical grounds, on political grounds.
Okay, but what are your plans now? What are you going to do next?
No, before coming to that, I would like to repeat that point. You see, this Anti-Defection Act is to be applied against a legislator who defected from his party and joined another party. It's very clear. But in my case, I am a candidate, an official candidate of my party, selected by the nomination committee and declared officially, and all the 38 candidates use the same symbol,
right?
Same flag, same manifesto, using the same office.
Right.
And I was the chief ministerial candidate at that time. So we were not independent as such.
What are you planning now? Are you going to challenge this decision in court?
We will challenge either in the court of law or in the court of the people. That will be decided very soon.
So that means from tomorrow, without this issue being resolved, you are no longer an MLA, is it?
That's right.
Okay, so you are going to challenge this in the People's Court. What do you mean by that?
Facing the by-election,
all right,
which will be held within 6 months.
Okay, this time if the elections are held, you will be the official ZPM candidate because you are saying that your party has already been registered.
Yes, I will be an official candidate by now.
And why are you saying that it is political vendetta? Do you have any personal animosity with the MNF? Why are you critical of the MNF?
No, you see, in the last session of the Assembly of Mizoram Legislative Assembly, the Chief Minister was so upset, he lost his temper inside the House, and we exposed him very clearly. Mm-hmm. So he wanted me not to sit in the Assembly. He wanted me to remove from the Assembly. And that's why he selected me out of 7 members. ZPM have 7 members. Initially, we were 8 because I won from 2 constituencies. I vacated one, thereby becoming 7 in number. So the other 6 are safe. They selected me
Okay, okay.
just because he wanted to remove me from the assembly.
Meanwhile, ZPM members took out a rally in front of the Vanapa Hall in the center of Aizawl town, protesting the disqualification of their party leader. The protesting ZPM workers pledged support to Lalduhoma and slammed the ruling Mizo National Front for allegedly targeting the ZPM leader. So you can see on your screens, the ZPM members took out a rally in front of the Vanapa Hall in the center of Aizawl town, protesting the disqualification of their party leader. And the protesting ZPM workers pledged support to Lalduhoma and slammed the ruling Mizo National Front for allegedly targeting the ZPM leader.